the OnePlus 6 has been extremely value for money when it comes to flagships, but recently we have had a lot of people, a lot of companies trying to challenge OnePlus. One of those companies or one of those devices is the Asus Zenfone 5Z. Now this device comes with Snapdragon 845, 6GB of RAM and everything that you would expect on a flagship device. I did use it for a couple of days, but my taste is AOSP, so I moved to the OnePlus 6 again. But I thought while I have my hands on both the devices, why not do a speed test? So welcome to the speed test between Asus Zenfone 5Z versus OnePlus 6, 6GB of RAM. We have almost similar amount of apps on both the phones, but there's one catch over here. The Zenfone 5Z for some reason does not support Asphalt 9. That is the reason on this particular device we will be installing Asphalt Extreme and the OnePlus 6 will have Asphalt 9. That should make hardly any difference and I'm expecting that the results will be what we expect. But before we begin, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. At the same time, here's a card to my second channel, that is Kratos390. Go ahead and check that channel out as well. Now, without further ado, hello awesome people. Welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, so right off the bat, the speed test has already begun, and as you can see, the animations are much faster on the OnePlus 6 and we're already on the third or the fourth application. Now, the Zenfone 5Z does rock the same processor, but then again, it is running Zen UI. So the transition animations are a little slower, and that is the reason it is widely expected that the OnePlus 6 will win this. Now you can see we are loading two different games for the same test, and that's because, as I said, it's not available for the 5Z. Moving on, we move on to the next game, that is PlayerUnknown's Battleground, and I must say, despite having a custom skin on it, the 5Z is performing great because it is not much behind compared to the OnePlus 6. And the Zen UI, you know, as much as I don't like it that much, but then again, it is not that bloated and stuff like that, and it doesn't hinder the performance. Now, one thing that I did notice with the Zenfone 5Z is that it does concentrate a lot on artificial intelligence. There are a lot of artificial intelligence boost, artificial intelligence ringtones and stuff like that, but I've kept all those options on. And on the other hand, if we look at the OnePlus 6, it is just pure basic principle of having the easiest and the lightest skin and have fast performance. Now, as you can see, we are moving on to lighter games right now. So we are on Sonic and then on Subway Surfers on the OnePlus 6. So 1 minute 45 seconds is where the OnePlus finishes the first round, and let's move on to the Zenfone 5Z. And as expected, the Zenfone 5Z finishes off at 1 minute 59 seconds. That's around 14 seconds of difference, and that's probably one of the biggest margins of difference that I've had between two phones with the same processor. Now, the second round, let's reload the apps and let's see if any of the apps are there in memory. Now, I don't expect any of these phones to keep apps in memory, especially games like PUBG and Asphalt 9 or Asphalt Extreme in the case of Zenfone 5Z. And as you can see, as expected, all the apps are reloading. So more or less the result as expected, the OnePlus 6 easily wins this speed test. For now, I'm signing off at Smartphone Tutorial. Very soon the videos for Zenfone Pro M1 and the Redmi 4A will start flowing in a couple of days. Until the next one, keep smiling, take care, goodbye.